Hi Pisces, welcome to your mid-July 2019 general tarot reading. Right when I said that, the train decided to come by. Okay, so in this last half of July, we're going to have the sun continuing to be in a fellow water sign in Cancer to you, Pisces. So that's a friendly angle, and that's actually in your 5th house of romance. So for some of you, this may be a time when love is in the air, or at least you're aware of the desire for a romantic relationship. And the lunar eclipse is occurring, and you had a solar eclipse in that sector at the beginning of the month. And then you're going to have a another new moon on the last day of the month in Leo, which happens to be your second house, or your 6th house of work. So that could be good for people who are looking for work, or maybe you've already submitted resumes or applications and you're hoping to hear back. Remember, there's a Mercury retrograde going on at this moment, and it will, that I think that's symbolic too, because Mercury is going direct on the same day as the new moon in Leo, so that should be good for moving forward. And then in August, that's really the case. So having said that, the heart of the matter is the Nine of Wands. If you look at that person's face, they have a kind of a suspicious look on their face. They're kind of wondering what somebody else is up to. This can be about building a fortress around your heart. Isn't that a song by Sting or the Police or something? But yeah, I mean, that kind of a wall that goes up when you're trying to protect yourself, when you're trying not to be hurt. So even if there's somebody who is showing interest in you, you may be wary of their intentions. Even if they're a good guy or a good woman, you may be a little bit, is this person on the up and up? The other interesting thing, if I look at the past position, it is the Chariot, which is a card of success. And I think it means also like forward movement, but it can mean like travel too. But it's a card of Cancer. So let's say this person is actually a Cancer. You may, realize that you are compatible and still feel like, okay, but when are they going to, drop the bomb, so to speak? And I'm sorry, I'm scratching my mosquito bites. Right. Sorry. I think I almost like inhaled a fruit fly, to tell you the truth. Oh, that's tacky. I'm sorry that I'm doing this on camera, but I really would like to just continue. I hope it doesn't sound too bad, me coughing like that. But that's what that scratching sound is. So this is something that is kind of interesting, because the Chariot can mean success, and you may be kind of not trusting your success. I've been telling you for a while that I think that Pisces in the last couple of years, as a sign, maybe not individuals, but as a sign, has been really having this great energy in the 10th house of career. You had Saturn there Saturn in Sag a couple years ago for a few years, taking up residence, and now you have Jupiter there. Jupiter's retrograding, so you may have noticed a little bit of a slowdown career-wise, but come August it's going to heat up again. And Jupiter's your ancient ruler, so you may connect with this more than the average sign. But even if you've had success, Pisces, you still may not trust it. Because, think about what Pisces represents. Pisces can represent the person who feels victimized by life. And, I'm not a Pisces, but I do know that I've experienced something where I wasn't used to having success, even on a small scale. And you have to be able to embrace it. It takes a certain amount of confidence. If you don't believe that you're deserving of it, you will repel it. So that's with the Nine of Wands. This can actually be the guard at the gates. And sometimes it's interpreted as you may have one battle yet to fight. And with this Mercury retrograde, this could be like with an ex that has disappeared and comes back. And I think I covered this in another reading I did for you recently. I think it was Pisces, where I was saying, be careful if an ex reappears. Because you may think that it's, a great thing, and you may feel wanted and all that, but it could be yet another round in their sick game that they're playing for whatever reason, the typical energy vampire garbage, So watch out for that, and also embrace success if it comes your way, if it has come your way. The higher message is the Queen of Cups. This is another card that connects with Cancer. So I got 2 Cancer cards. And you know what? This reading is very similar to another sign. I can't remember what it was. Where I got some of the same cards. The Queen of Cups is a psychic person, a woman. It's that intuitive double feminine energy. And, sometimes I wonder, because I think of Pisces as the most psychic sign. Why do Pisces tend to not listen to their intuition? Or why is their intuition maybe not on point? And I think for all of the water signs, it has to do with the subjectivity of the situation. You're very, you look at your life in a very personal way. And it doesn't help that Neptune likes to create fantasy and idealize things, overly idealize things. So this spiritual message could be to trust your gut. If somebody seems like a good person, don't push them away, because this could be a great relationship. Even if you've been hurt, even if you feel like you don't want to risk your heart getting stomped on. Because this card also connects to Cancer, if you are wondering about this Cancer person, the spiritual message could be they are a good person. But obviously you would have to see that for yourself in action. But if you just keep yourselves closed off, that's not going to even happen, where you're not even going to have the opportunity to get to know them better, because you're so paranoid about their intentions, afraid of what's going to happen later. What crosses you is the Two of Wands. To me, this is a card of staying stuck. Even though this can be a geographical thing where it's like you can't make a decision about something, about whether or not to move. In the reverse position, to me, I'm seeing it more internalized as whether or not to move on with your life. Don't make the mistake, Pisces, of identifying as a victim, even if you've been one, because it doesn't have, there's no payoff to that. There's nothing good that comes from that. It's, sometimes it feels like you're denying yourself when you do that, when you let go of that, because you feel like in order to respect yourself, you have to defend the fact that you were in this position. And you know what? That Nine of Wands, I've seen people like that they have this big wall up, and they're very like skittish. They're very afraid of personal contact, and you don't want to be like this person. And I guarantee you that those types of people, they're very much stuck in the past. Excuse me. You can honor yourself, and sometimes a great exercise to do is to find, if you're old enough, you'll have a photo album like I do, but find those childhood pictures of yourself, maybe the ones that you took in school, those portraits, and look at yourself at those ages where things happened to you that you wish hadn't happened, and feel compassion for that younger version of yourself, and then tell yourself that was then and this is now, and I don't have to hold on to that victimhood anymore. It's really interesting because it's a new day. It's a new ball game. What happened then isn't happening now, and so you can be autonomous and self-empowered if you want to be. It may be a process. It's not an overnight thing, but you have to let down those walls. I mean, that's a big part of it. And this is a perfect card. The advice is the Fool. And you know what? As the Fool, this is exactly what I'm saying. Break free from the past. The Fool is carrying a knapsack, and it's very light traveling. This kind of like symbolizes not having that baggage. The Fool is looking towards the heavens. The Fool may, it looks like the Fool's about to fall off the cliff, but the Fool is trusting in the universe. And the Sun is right behind the Fool. The Sun is a symbol of the individual, because the Fool is about being an individual, not being part of the pack, but breaking out as an individual and walking your individual path, Pisces, that nobody else can walk. You have to walk your own path, and you have your own past life history, your own childhood that other people haven't had. Everything is different from everybody else, and that's one of the reasons that we have to be individuals, is that we have to honor our path. We can't emulate somebody else. That's their path, and we have our own. And the Sun is also the symbol of success. So bask in your success. If you've been experiencing it, don't fear it and think that the other shoe's about to drop. The outcome is the Eight of Pentacles. This is a very industrious card. For some people, this can be learning a new trade. This is definitely a card of financial prosperity, or financial power. And that feeling that you're striving to do the best job that you can. And that means that you embrace the good in your life, embrace the pats on the back. If the Chariot card means that you have been recognized by others as, successful in some way, and that scares the heck out of you, don't spoil your own good fortune by not trusting it. but accept it very eagerly and believe that it's been a long time coming. Okay, that's what I have for you, Pisces. So if you would like a personal reading, I have different types, and you can check out my online store at rainandmoonastrology.com//shop. I have the link below for that. But in any case, I hope that the rest of your July is wonderful. Bye.